And a good day, all of you. John Henderson, Pierre, the Beverage Ramble, back again with you. Another Beverage Ramble edition. Not too mild of a day. It's just how weird the weather has been. I'm sure all you have noticed that. I'm sure you have. From Victoria, this is the Vicky Chamoy. This is a beer, or I say fruit-flavored beer, however they want to call it or identify as a spice beer. 3.5% ABV. Of course. Has beer of flavors of tomato, apricot, lime, chili peppers, and tamarind. Tamarind. That's how it's pronounced. So, okay scores on Beer Advocate and Rate Beer. To me, I think this is a chelada in my opinion, but looking at it, picked this up the other day at Tower. So it's been out for a while now. So I've been wanting to get this, but again, when I see something else, I said I'll get that. And put that or this or that, whatever on hold. So I just had some eggs a while ago for breakfast. It's early morning. I'm doing this right now. Some eggs earlier, some sausage, and obviously wash it down with some water. But I figured maybe something like this would be nice. Here it is what the beer looks like. It looks like almost like a fruit beverage, more so of a beer. Like a grapefruit juice, but it does mention lime, apricots in there, and tomatoes, obviously. But it looks nice. Definitely apricot flavors there. Scent, excuse me. So, I was kind of hesitant about doing cheladas at first because I thought, but when I tried that Bud Light chelada and then the Budweiser one with the Clamato, I was very impressed. So, all right, let's drink. It is kind of in the way, they're saying it's not, but it is in the way to me, a bit of a chelada. I had this in the freezer before I started reviewing. See, it's outside right now. It's just kind of not too bad today. Supposed to get up a little up in the 60s, but again, last week the weather was so crazy. It was just like dealing with brutal temperatures, and now all of a sudden now we're dealing with this type of weather. So all warm and nice and comfortable. So. Ain't bad. Again, apricot flavor. Get the lime, get the tomato. Not getting any of that chili pepper I mentioned in this. Hold on 1 second here. The sunlight's in my face right now. It's gonna go down. Yeah, very little, if any, chili peppers in this. So, almost like tasting like I'm tasting a fruit flavored beverage. It doesn't feel like it has any alcohol in it. 3.5%. That's very low. Same level as most light lagers are 3.5 up to 4.2% or 3. We consider a light lager. That ABV range. Imagine they did a high gravity chelada. How would that taste? Trouble. If that ever happened. So. Yeah, I mean, this is more of a fruit. It's a flavored beverage, really. But, yeah, the lime, the tomato, lime, but none of the chili peppers is in this. So, Victoria, of course, we all know, owned by Grupo. The Victoria Lager, of course, all that is part of the Grupo Modelo brand of beers. Of course, we all know Modelo, Especial, Corona, and all their variants. Corona La Familiar, Corona Premier. Modelo, as I mentioned, Modelo Negra, Pacifico, a few other brands, all under the Constellation brands. With somehow AB-InBev has its hands in that ownership group as well. So, but Constellation brands, Grupo Modelo, they're also involved in other business. Constellation brands, I say, is also involved in other beverages, wines, hard liquor, and beers that are also not part of Grupo Modelo, but also another other breweries their involvement with. So, I mean, but yeah. So if I go to any Mexican restaurant, I'm sure go to any theme, I'm sure enchiladas are there, are being served. And the best to have these, I would say more so the springtime, spring and summer, super duper cold. I mean, now winter, unless the dish you're preparing does have some spices, something you want to knock back that you want to, it's nice and easy and refreshing to drink. You know, I could see you drinking this one, but you can also try a light lager if you want to. Like I said, I was very leery about enchiladas in the beginning, but I've really become a fan of them. I get them a lot, and maybe I'll have 1 or 2 cans in my fridge just to have. But the Bud Light one was really nice. Again, I really liked that one. 4.4, that was 4.2%, and a little of that Bud Light flavor, but you could taste the tomatoes and the peppers and all the flavors in that one. That was really good. So, this is okay. I'm not disappointed, but maybe I'm not disappointed at all in this. Just the chili peppers that they mentioned is not really there in this. So, but I'll have the rest of this. Maybe I should pair this with some eggs, sausage, and cut some tomatoes and some onions and throw some peppers, and maybe this will wash down with it. A little breakfast pick me up. But water or coffee, either one is always best. So, or tea. But this is okay. And 8.3 seems to be a fair score for this one. So, the Vicky Chamoy, if I'm butchering the name, I give it an 8.2, so this would be a B. Pretty decent. Pretty all right. So check it out. I know there are other enchiladas or fruit-flavored beers out there in the market. You try those. Or even try this one. So 8.2 for the Vicky Chamoy. Check it out. Try it at any service station, package store, liquor store, grocery store near you. You may like it. Jean Henderson Pierre. Oh, wait. Slow down. Okay. Jean Henderson Pierre, the Beverage Ramble. So keep on watching. As always, cheers, live, laugh, and love. Chamoy.